everybody.
Hi, folks. How's it going? Hope everybody's doing well.
Hope everyone's staying healthy and socially distant.
Yes, doing your part to stop the spread in the community of the coronavirus. So, who's ready to get back to school? Me too. All right. So, we're just going to take some time here to get you ready. We put together some things to prepare you for the first day of school, which starts tomorrow for day 2, and then Friday will be day 1. All right, so we're just going to go through some things. The slides you're going to see us talking about here will be posted so you guys can see them. All right.
Here we go.
Here we go. So some basics. You're going to see new lessons in Google Stream like you've been seeing in class. So there's not a big change for us. When you're going through, you'll be able to go and just read the announcement that is placed on stream. And, a lot of the icons and things you'll be familiar with.
And just make sure you're reading the announcements on Google Classroom every day, and you're completing all of the tasks that we outlined for you by the next class. So by the start of the next class, you should have that done. If it's the assignment on Tuesday, it needs to be done by Wednesday before we post again.
And here's the schedule that we have so far from the school. So tomorrow is Thursday. It's March 19th. It's a day 1. And then Friday is going to be the 20th. And that's a day 2. Did I just mess that up? Day 1. Yeah. Day 2 is Thursday. Day
Tomorrow
1
is day 2.
Yeah, tomorrow's day 2.
Tomorrow is day 2. Yep.
And then you have Monday off. And then we start again next week on Tuesday with the day 2. So basically, by next Friday, you will have a total of 3 classes.
Or 6 if you're my biology 10 students.
Yep. Because it depends on day 1 or day 2. Yep.
Right.
All right.
So moving on to the next thing. So the setup, like Mr. Haskins said, it's going to be really, really similar to class that the class setup that we've had before on Google Classroom. We will add more information than we normally would, obviously, to help you navigate through all the items. But all in all, it will be very similar to what you have already experienced in class.
Now, I had previously made a video and thought, oh, since we were going to be off school, why not get some extra credit? Well, things have changed. The school has ended the grading period as of today at midnight. So there's no time to do extra credit for the third 9 weeks. So we have to move forward. And moving forward means that we can work on the fourth 9 weeks. And we're thinking of some opportunities. So no extra credit for the third 9 weeks, as was previously posted in another video. But we're going to get to it the fourth 9 weeks. We'll get that out to you at some point in the future.
So we are going to have virtual office hours. Mr. Haskins and I will both be available. Mr. Haskins will be available from 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, and I'll be available from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Friday. You can email or text us at any time on Remind. All of our emails are listed there, as well as Mrs. Rask's email for my Biology 10 kids. If you need to ask her a question, and there are the codes on the side for what day you are to set up that Remind system. So you'll be getting our alerts, and you'll be in the loop, in the know. You can ask us questions. With the virtual office hours, you might not think you have a question, but someone might ask a question that you're like, oh, that was a really good question. And I'm super glad that I was watching right now. So I think there'll be a really valuable time. No matter if you have me or Mr. Haskins normally in class, you can visit anyone's office hours, obviously. Be welcome to ask questions as you need them, and just comments, questions, concerns, anything you have.
Yep. And we added Mrs. Rask's email on here as well. So if you like to include all 3 of us, if you're in a class with Mrs. Rask, you can do that. The school suggests that you don't start your work until 9 o'clock, just so it gives teachers time to make those changes. We also ask, you can send an email. If you're working at night and you send us an email, just don't expect a reply until about 9 o'clock the next day, because we might get a lot of requests and questions. Right? Just something to think about. All right. So there will be some activities that, usually when you do an online class, one of the things that you often do is have some type of interaction with other students in the class. Just like if you were sitting next to somebody and we said, think, pair, share. Well, that's really tough to do online. And on online classes, we really try to help people make those connections. So we're going to have some class discussions. They'll start next week. And what's really key to doing a good classroom discussion is that you have to read the prompt carefully and think about what it is your answer is going to be. And every student in the class has to write one original response to the prompt. And it is also your responsibility to read the other students' prompts that they've or answers to the prompts that they've made, and you have to make at least 2 replies. So that's sort of the expectation, and we'll give out more details as we go along for classroom discussions. But obviously, what we're doing here is not everybody starting at the same time and having class. So this is one way we can have interactions in class, and we'll give more instructions as we go along. So there's a scoring rubric that goes along with it. You can see the scoring rubric here.
So discussions are going to be started on the first day of the week, okay? And the initial thread is due at the end of that first day. So, for example, on the 24th, that will be when the first discussion starts. That'll be the first day of the week, and your individual thread or response to our prompt is going to be posted by the end of the first day. You need to check your discussion board frequently. People will be asking you questions. You can update your ideas in the thread with additional comments. You can reply to other students with observations or things that you've noticed, questions that you have. You need at least 2 replies to others, 2 different students. The discussion will conclude before the 3rd class, and a new topic will be started every week.
So when we're talking about, when things are due and assignments, now, since we're doing this not together in class, you have to be mindful of due dates, right? So whenever you get an assignment from Ms. Ochs or myself, you will have a due date, right? Due dates are going to be set midnight to the prior day of a class starting. So let's say, if you have class on Tuesday next week, we give you a lesson, it's going to be done before the next class. Well, if it's a day 1, if you meet every day, then it'll be Wednesday it's due. But if it's an every other day, right, you have that time period because it's day 1, day 2 schedule that we have at school. So you have to be mindful of when it's due. So make sure you read and stream what the due dates are. Okay.
And late assignments, we're going to take 10% off per class meeting. So if that's, like Mr. Haskins just said, every other day for you, or if you're my Bio 10 kids, that's going to be every day. It's going to be 10% off per class meeting for every day that it's late. And assignments following that, schedule, assignments are going to be reduced to 50% by the 5th class meeting. Okay, so if you want to get credit at all, you need to get it in by the 5th class meeting. And it will continue 10% every day. So one day you can only earn 90%, and you might not have gotten 100% on the assignment too. So you have to factor that in. But if you got 100% on the assignment, it would be 90%, then the next day 80, 70, so
on. Just in this presentation, you can also find links to the textbook, the e-binder, all these things that we've been using all year long. So you have access to them. So there's no surprise here. You have had virtual access to class. Now we're just gonna have a little less human contact as we move through. So, all right. So, what do you think, Ms. Ochs?
I think it's pretty great. I think my dog Zoe might want to say hi really fast.
Okay, sure. Yeah, Jack was here earlier. He decided not to be here. Jack's the cat. You might see him in the future if we do some Google Hangouts or Google Stream. He'll be hanging out. Hey, there's Zoe.
Here's Zoe. She says hi. She hopes everyone is staying healthy and she's sending lots of love. And you might see her in my videos coming forward, but she says hi.
All right.
All right.
Well, students, we'll see you online. Thanks for watching the video.
Thanks
And
for watching,
stay
guys.
healthy.
Bye.